Welcome to today's practice. So I invite you to take a seat, comfortable seat. You can have a pillow, you can sit on a pillow, you can have your legs crossed like this, you can have one in front of the other one, you can have one on top of the opposite thigh, whatever makes you comfortable. And I invite you to close your eyes. Take your hands on top of your knees. Lengthen your spine with a long inhale, imagining someone is pulling a thread coming out of your forehead, of your head. And you're becoming taller with every in-breath. Taking a quick scan of your body from the top of your head down to the tips of your fingers, tip of your toes. Imagine you are melting down any tension, physical, mental, and just releasing everything with just passing by with your mind, and you're releasing all sorts of tension. Melting away, releasing to the ground. Feeling the shoulders softening, the neck lengthening. Sensation in your fingertips. Feel your belly rising and falling. Sitting bones digging deeper into the ground, into your mat. The knees open slightly more. Feel your calves, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Starting from the top again, you're releasing your forehead. Your eyebrows, your eyes, the back of your eyes, your temples, your jaws, your lips, your nose, your ears, the mouth opens slightly. Your tongue relaxes. I invite you now to move your attention to your breath. Just observing the breath going in and out. Observing the effects on the body, the belly rising, the chest, the shoulders maybe. And if you're sitting outside, you may also feel the air, the breeze on your skin. And it becomes easier to imagine that you are part of your surrounding. Take your hands on top of your heart center. Right hand on top of the left one. Spend a moment to dedicate a practice to either yourself, something you are focusing on, whether it's something like work related or relationship related, or maybe you're just focusing on more confidence, more courage, more clarity. You can use the practice for that. Or maybe you want to dedicate these moments to someone who needs it. You can use your yoga practice as prayer for these people. We take a big inhale, we release the arms, take them above the head. The next exhale, we take in the hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra, coming through the center of the front body. Deep inhale. Stopping at the heart center. And gently releasing your hands down to the knees. And gently opening your eyes, becoming present to wherever you are. You start awakening the body, whatever day, part of the day it is. You can start from the top, taking the shoulders back. And then changing direction when you're ready, we take them forward. And maybe you want to take one shoulder at a time. Inhaling the right arm up, taking it outside the left side of the neck, of the face, and gently leaning in. Making sure the left shoulder is down, so there's a nice gentle lengthening of that side of the neck. Next inhale, we take the right arm down. Exhale, coming to center, inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, we're taking the left hand to the outside of the right cheek, right ear, and lean in. Creating a nice long space between your ear and the shoulder. And slowly releasing, coming back, taking your hand down to the knee. Inhaling, both arms up. Exhaling, we side bend to the right, taking the right hand on the ground, left arm is extended, and we gently slide down to the right for a couple of breaths, imagining someone is pulling those left fingers of yours. Really feel the whole left side of the body lengthening from the hip up to the little finger. And after a few breaths, you may walk the right hand a little bit further to the side. Slowly coming back with an inhale, we can take both arms up again and stretch, and exhaling, we are coming down to the left side, bending, walking the left hand on the ground, the right arm extends, someone is pulling those right fingers, and we open the chest. So we are looking up if possible. So there is an extension, there is a side bend. There is a gentle opening of the chest. Inhaling and exhaling to the right side of the body. Inhaling back up, extending those arms. Exhaling, taking the right hand back. Left hand comes on the right knee, taking the shoulder down. Lengthening the neck, lengthening the spine, exhaling, twisting to the right. Just feel the twist starting from the waist, middle back, upper back, and neck is last. And a few breaths there. Twisting a little bit more every time you exhale. Inhaling, slowly releasing, taking your arms up again, interlacing the hands and pushing those hands, those palms facing upwards. And next exhale, right hand on top of the left knee, left hand goes back, shoulders soft, lengthening with an inhale and exhaling, twist. Staying, feeling. Listen to the body, to the mind that's always wanting to tell you something. And gently releasing, coming back. Releasing the hands to the sides of the body. And come into all fours. So shoulders in line with the heels, with the heel of the hand, with the wrist, and hips in line with the knees. So a simple warm-up. You can use any time, taking the hips high, lengthening the front body, lengthening the throat area, looking forward, smiling, taking the shoulders back down to the hips. Exhaling, we are taking the tailbone towards the ground, the head comes down, we arch the back like a cat. We let the neck go, we're looking at the belly button, and inhaling, looking forward. And this can be a little bit faster or a little bit slower. Really depends on the time of the day. Like in the morning, you might feel a bit stiffer, and so you want to explore it a little bit lower. And as I said, this is just a warm-up. You can twist, you can take those hips around, you can take them really low on your heels, coming forward, so you can feel those wrists as well. Coming in, coming down, and before we change, we come to neutral, and then we change direction of the hips. We're tucking the toes. I invite you to come back with your heels, with your hips on your toes. And you can hold yourself with your fingertips in front of you and just coming forward and backwards. Really stretching all the toes. Toes and the neck of the toes represent our neck, our head, our brain, everything that is from the neck up. So it's good to give them a good stretch, little massage. And coming back onto your knees, sliding up, inhaling your arms up. Exhaling, taking the hands at the back, hands on your sacrum, fingers can be looking down or up depending on the shape of your hands and your anatomy. You can release the toes and inhaling, pushing the hips forward, really pressing on the sacrum with your fingers, open the elbows, lengthen the front body, chest, throat. And exhaling, we're sitting back on the heels and sliding forward with your hands. And you can just be here, wherever you are is good. You can have two fists and take your forehead on top of your two fists. Or maybe just one fist. Or maybe you are coming down with the forehead on the ground. And on the inhale, we are coming back on our knees. We are sliding the hands back, massaging the thighs, coming back, taking the hands back on your sacrum. And inhaling, pushing the hips forward, gentle back bend. Every back bend is as valuable as another one, so there's no need to go too deep. And exhaling, releasing, coming forward, massaging the back of the knees, coming forward, sliding your hands on the mat, and taking your forehead wherever it goes. A few deep breaths into your belly, really feeling the lower back and sides of the spine opening. And exhaling, you look forward, Coming up onto your knees, tucking the toes, and coming up into down dog. You want to take one heel at a time towards the ground. Really stretching, feeling those calves, feeling those thighs. Maybe you want to move the hips, explore the hips side to side. You can take one leg behind the other one, like crossing at the back, taking that heel down, and then taking the other one behind, taking that heel down to the ground. You can do a few of those. And coming with your feet parallel, we look forward and we just walk those feet towards the top of the mat. So the knees are bent to start with. You can have your feet slightly apart and we let the spine lengthen, we leave the neck go free. And while you're there, you can pinch around, along the cervical, so the top of your spine. Maybe you find some tension there that needs to be released. And you can go ahead and use your thumbs along the skull at the back, your occipital bone. And usually there is a bit of tension to be released there. And you go ahead and do that. The knee area coming up, lengthen the legs, taking the spine parallel to the ground, hands below the knee or on your knee or a bit lower, wherever they are. And exhaling, we bend the knees and fall forward once more. And next inhale, we push the floor away, really planting those feet, lengthening the legs slowly, unrolling the spine, keeping the neck last. Open the arms, take them up above the head. Take your right wrist inside your left hand, side bending to the left. Inhaling center, changing the grip. Exhaling to the right. Coming up to center. Releasing your arms down to the side, palm facing forward. So, face is soft, the jaws are relaxed, the mouth slightly open, shoulders heavy, palms facing forward. Chest is out, belly and ribs in, hips open, your upper thigh are engaged so the kneecaps comes up. Feet are parallel, you're in Tadasana, mountain pose. Just imagine to be this strong mountain. It doesn't move whatever happens. So let's cultivate the strength, the qualities of mountain. Next big inhale, we are taking the arms above the head, palms touch, look at the sky. Exhaling, open the arms, take the hips back and fold forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the ground, right leg back, left foot back. So different choices here. So this is good for everybody. So I would take my knees to the ground to come down. Release your toes. Take your elbows down. And then you release the legs. And you're releasing your elbows, taking your forehead on the hands. You can sway your hips side to side. Taking your hands below the shoulder, elbows in. We are pushing the hands with the knee nail for a little cobra. Pushing the hand, pushing on On the knees, tucking the toes, and we're up into down dog. So you want your arms parallel, your fingers really widely open. The weight is on the knuckles, off your wrist. You turn your arms so that the crease of the elbows is looking as forward as possible. And by so doing, the shoulders open and they go down towards the hips. Your spine is long, you're pushing on your hands, your legs are bent, your knees are bent, the big toes are looking in and the heels are looking out. Your neck is soft. And you stay for a couple of breaths. Releasing big sighs, releasing everything you don't need anymore, you don't want anymore. It's the beginning of a new season. So anything that doesn't belong to us anymore, we let it go. Next exhale, you look forward, you inhaling the right leg up and high. Exhaling, you take the right foot forward wherever it goes. You can always move it with your hands. And the left foot joins, and with the knee inhale, we're up into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, we fold, touching the ground, letting the neck go. Big inhale, coming up, extending the legs, open the arms, up above the head. You're coming down, exhaling, open the arms, hips back, touch the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, left leg back, right leg back. And again, you can do your knees and elbows, or you can take the knees and coming down, holding the strength in your arms and taking the upper body down. Inhale into Cobra, exhaling hands, knees, tucking the toes, and up into Down Dog. We are looking forward, inhaling the left leg up and high. Exhaling, the left foot comes forward, the right one joins, inhaling halfway lift. Exhaling, folding. Don't be scared to fold as deep as you can. And if your neck needs it, you can go ahead and give yourself another little massage there. And inhaling, slowly unrolling, vertebra by vertebra, open the arms, arms above the head, down to the sides. And you can do as many of these as you like, depending on how much time you have. You can do 5, 10, sun salutation. Or maybe you just want to finish here. Inhaling your arms up. Exhaling, open and folding forward. Taking the knees to the floor. Crossing your ankles at the back. Sitting down. Lengthening your legs forward. Taking your back on the floor. And you can be finishing here, taking your resting pose called Shavasana. And just open your legs, open your arms, and stay there for at least 3 minutes. Up to 10, 15, however long you have. And if you want to continue, you just take a few more moves, like your knees to the chest, chest to the knee, to hug yourself and whisper those words that you so need to hear and you so need to believe. And you have so much the right to know, say, and believe those words. And slowly releasing. Taking the knees to one side. Opening the arm to the opposite side. You can use the hand to keep them down. to the center. Take them down to the opposite side. Both shoulders are touching the ground. Coming up the center. You can use any tools, any gadget. You can have pillows, you can have blankets, wherever you are, either behind your neck, your head, or under your hips or under your knees. And when you're done, you release your legs really wide open. The feet are falling out. Taking the shoulders down towards your hips. Opening the arms out. Palms facing upwards. So the chin towards the chest, chest towards the chin. A big exhale, you release and you're soft on the ground. Letting go of the control of your breath. Just scanning the body once more just to make sure that you release any tension that is still present from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes, tips of the hands. Really feeling melting, really feeling your body taking up more space on your mat. And when you feel that your body is as relaxed as it can be, I invite you to find refuge into your breath. Keep your mind focused on your breath. And when it naturally wanders, because that is what the mind does, it wanders around. You just can notice that. You can just say, thinking, and take it back to your breath. You can choose to be here for as long as you like. So you can stop the recording and just stay here for as long as you want, maybe put in some nice music. If you're ready to come up, you start moving your toes and fingers, feet and hands. Rotate both sides. Maybe you want to stretch your arms above the head. Taking big breaths in and out. One knee to the chest, really squeeze it there. Before taking the other one there. And again, you're hugging yourself. You know you need 5 hugs a day at least. And you're coming up with your back, really making a soft ball of love and care and confidence and joy of yourself. And releasing the feet down to the ground. And you turn to your favorite side. Spending a moment in this pose, really keeping your eyes closed. Then using the top hand to slowly pushing your body up, keeping your eyes closed, coming to your seated pose, your royal seat, as my teacher calls it. When you're up, you have your hands on your knees, adjusting to the new pose and becoming aware of how you feel. Hands on top of your heart, right hand on top of the left one. And if you like, you can say something like, I deeply and profoundly acknowledge, accept, respect, and love myself. You can do this 2 more times, massaging that center of your chest where your heart, physical heart and energetical heart is. I deeply and profoundly acknowledge, accept, respect, and love myself. Going back for a moment to your intention, dedication you set at the beginning. You take a deep breath in, taking the hands above the head and chanting one Om on the exhale. So big inhale, palms touch, and exhaling, coming through the center of the body. Staying with the vibration of Om, the